So this is a sliding whiteboard episode 2, coming from me, Matt, Dan, and Frank. And today we're pretty much going to be talking about a lot of the music that dropped on Friday. And I think the first one that we all wanted to talk about was the Dababy album. And I'll start off by saying I listened to it twice through, and it was pretty hard to listen to. Finishing it off, I thought the intro of the album was weak. I have a few songs saved from that. I have the song with Quavo saved. I have Light Skin Shit with Future that I have saved. And I also have the one where he's singing and then Champion. But I don't know. It was just a hard listen. I know Frank listened a little bit. Dan, I know you have a lot of thoughts on that.
I mean, first listen, I thought it was some of the longest 34 minutes I've had in a while. It felt like, honestly, it was like an hour long, even though most of the tracks were like 2.5 minutes. I mean, some of the lines in this are awful. Like I have one just from the intro track. Dababy says, "You know, I turn piss into lemonade, turn shit into sugar. That's chocolate pudding." I mean, where the fuck did he get that from? That was awful. Second, Dababy cannot sing for shit. You like on the song "Sad Shit" that Matt was talking about. Other than that, other highlight. I thought the NBA YoungBoy feature was absolutely brutal. I mean, he sounded so whiny on that, and I don't think him and Dababy complement each other very well. But as for the highlights, I like Pickup featuring Quavo, and that's about it.
Frank wants to throw hands after that. Young boy comment.
Nah, I mean, I'm gonna say that the album was pretty ass. From what I heard, I didn't listen to the whole thing, but I will say that that Young Boy song I kind of like. But I mean, it's either like you love or you hate Young Boy, and he's definitely off them per 30s because something's off with him. But that is
All right, so he has a song "Sad Shit" where he's like singing and stuff, but he also dropped that one single. I think it's on the album, "Find My Way." And he was kind of singing in that too, but like in the ones in the "Sad Shit" one, he just tried to make it like it was like a R&B type, like
it was so over the top.
It was just so weird. It just didn't feel like him. And like I think this album shows the most that even though I didn't want to believe he was one-dimensional, he's so one-dimensional.
He's so one-dimensional.
He needs that beat. He needs that like signature Dababy beat to make it sound like a fucking banger. But
I think with that singing song, he was just trying to prove everyone wrong by showing he could do something different, but it just failed so hard.
I feel like he could do different stuff along those lines, like hype. Like whenever he starts like start going with his music, like I don't know. I feel like he actually spits in those songs. In these songs, he's just saying whatever. I don't know.
I feel like he kind of can switch it up like every now and then because on his last album on like iPhone, the hook of that, he was singing like a little bit and it didn't sound half bad, to be honest. So I feel like he has it in him, but I mean, I feel like he was just trying way too hard on this.
I think it all started from his the song from 2 albums ago, 21. Everything since he got a lot of listens off that one song, I think it all stemmed from there, where all of his songs started sounding not exactly like it, but very similar to the song 21.
Yeah, I agree.
His album before was very similar. But the thing is, like, he popped in on the Lizzo track, he popped in on the Lil Nas X track, and he sounded fine. And it wasn't those beats. So, like, I don't know. I think there's still hope where he can sound not one-dimensional, but this album was such a letdown. It was just so... It just felt so drawn out. Like, a lot of the songs sounded like you could piece them together and they'd be one song.
Yeah. Even the ones he, like, previewed on Triller and stuff, like, you could have told me that was from, like, his first mixtape or his last album, and I probably would have believed you.
Yeah. Speaking of Triller, this is really random, really off topic, but when Sminos first dropped that song, Tempo, and he dropped like the Triller thing, I downloaded Triller just to see, like, because it wasn't on Apple Music. I downloaded Triller just to listen to like that full version, and then I realized it was on SoundCloud. But that song was hard.
Triller is TikTok before TikTok, right? Or am I wrong?
It's kind of, but they're not owned by the same company, but they're pretty
Isn't
much
that isn't that more like Musically or something like that?
kind of, yeah. I think Musically Triller
Yeah.
bought out Musically.
Okay.
My man Shmino said, "Pussy tighter than a what?" So don't finish it. Yeah,
It's all
Frank,
you.
finish it.
I
Pussy
don't
tighter
even.
than a what?
I don't even. Okay.
What's the tightest thing you can think of?
You put me on the spot. I don't know.
What? Come
Tightest
on.
thing I can think of. A pair of skinny jeans from Urban Outfitters.
Oh my god. Pussy tighter than a Cheerio. I'm in London. They say Cheerio. Those bars. Those bars.
I wouldn't have said Cheerio
hard.
in a million years.
That's bars. All right. So, what else you guys listen to this weekend?
I was big on the Westside Gunn album, Pray for Paris. I don't know if you guys knew this, but the artwork for this actually was drawn by Virgil Abloh of Off-White.
I heard of
Pretty
that.
dope.
Not gonna lie, I used to like Virgil, but now he's a little.
He's all vibed.
Came to mainstream
Yeah.
for you.
Not that he became too mainstream. I think not. He's. I wouldn't call him a sellout, but I feel like he's on like he's like tiptoeing being a sellout.
What makes you say that?
Cause he could literally he can literally shit on a brick and people are still gonna be like, "Fuck, bro, this shit's fire."
It's not on him though. That like even stuff like Supreme and stuff like that. People, I mean, people are buying Supreme bricks and shit.
Yeah,
Primarios.
Primorios.
I know a friend who got Supreme Oreos.
Yep.
He's actually in here right now.
Chris?
Chris?
Dan, you want to raise your hand? All right, be honest.
Sorry, I'm cutting out.
I don't own Supreme. Never will.
All right, so this is my friend Chris. We're recording right now, and you just muted yourself.
Hello.
Hi,
How's it
Chris.
going?
So we're recording, and yeah, tell us how you got the Oreos.
Easter Bunny brought them to me.
How old are you?
19, turning 20.
All right, thank you.
Cut that, yeah.
All right, so the Westside Gunn album. So I was listening. When I was listening to it the first time, me and Dan watch hockey, and I was listening to George Bondo, and Benny the Butcher came on. Well, I didn't know this, but Dan told me after I texted him. I was like, "Yo, did he say Patrick Kane?" And Patrick Kane's like a big NHL hockey star, and he was like, "Nah, I didn't hear it." But then I started the lyrics, and he said Patrick, like what, slicing through like Patrick Kane.
It was think it's a game to like Patrick Kane, somebody, homie, that's sliding through with a stick, shooting one by the goalie.
Yeah, you see Dan told me how they're from Buffalo and how they all have a tie, and Patrick Kane's from Buffalo. So like I don't know, that was pretty sick. But then the song with Freddie Gibbs was good. $500 ounces. And the song with Tyler. And then I have Sean vs. Flair. That song goes hard too. I don't know if you guys listen to that one.
Yeah,
I don't know what Dan has.
Every song on this album goes hard, pretty much. A lot of oh fuck! I just lost what I was gonna say. Cut that. What I was gonna say is like going back to George Bondo, Benny the Butcher and Westside Gunn obviously are both part of Griselda. They're like a newer collective that's out. It's them two and Conway. Every track I hear Benny the Butcher on, even going back to some of his albums from last year, Tana Talk 3 and The Plugs I Met, Benny the Butcher just raps like wealth, honestly. Like especially if you listen, I know Matt said this before, but we were texting about it. If you listen to Crowns for Kings by Benny the Butcher featuring Black Thought, it just, I don't know, it just sounds like pure wealth, like out of an 80s mobster movie or something.
So now before we go any further, I just want to say this for the record. We're like pretty much Chris is like a guest right now, but like when it's Dan listens to music, he listens to like hardcore like I guess not real rap, but like some like bars shit. Like Dan
lyrical,
listens to
lyrical
like
shit.
lyrical shit. Frank over here is a fucking trapper.
Yeah.
He listens
Thug,
at
Cardi.
give him any SoundCloud rapper. He'll be on it in like a week. And for me, I'm more like indie. Like I still have a little bit of EDM, and I still listen to like rap, but mostly like indie and alternative route. So we all have kind of different backgrounds and like what our insight is gonna come to like the music, and that's a reason for you guys to listen to it, kind of. And then Chris, I talked to him about EDM a lot.
Yeah, I'm an EDM guy. Also like rap, but I like a lot of Travis Scott. I don't know, he's a lyrical kind of rapper.
Nah, bro, he's lyrical.
You hear 902 now, bro?
Yes, he has some bars.
Yeah.
I know
But,
Frank got bars.
You know, here and there, some light, but that's not what we're talking about.
What
right
kind
now.
of bars?
We're not talking about that right now, Mr. Chris. So move on to the next.
All right, so Westside Gunn, yo, what did you have on that, Frank?
I mean, I really didn't listen to it too much, but I love the song with Joey Badass and Tyler. I think that shit goes crazy. But yeah, that's really all I got.
I thought that beat was like tailor made for Joey Badass.
Oh yeah, 100%.
It sounded a lot like his 95 Till Infinity beat.
Yeah, some of the beats were crazy on this. It was really good.
Oh, another little fun fact. The track Versace was actually produced by that kid Jay Versace from Vine.
Oh
I don't know
damn!
if you
Really?
remember that kid? Yeah. I couldn't believe it when I first saw it. But
That's wild.
somehow that happened.
Speaking about big brands, who's the artist that's doing the Lamborghini album with people who only own Lambos?
Hello, baby. Lamborghini Boys.
Yeah, I think that's fucking ridiculous.
Why?
Pretty funny.
Why is it ridiculous?
Wait, well, like, how many rappers are in that group? Like,
I don't know. I don't even know who's in it. I know Lil Baby's dropping it though. I think Gunn is in it too, but I'm not sure.
I think it's ridiculous because, like, yeah, they can afford the Lambo, but like, to make a rap collective out of that, it's just fucking weird. Like, I don't know, it's odd.
Fuck it.
That's very odd.
That's what rap's about, bro. It's talking about how many cars you got.
You sound broke, man.
Yeah. Get your money up, not your funny up. Anyway.
cut that.
Cut that.
Nah, Frank thought he was hard. I'm gonna let him be. All right, so we're gonna cut this short real quick because Chris is gonna leave. So no, we're not kind of sure. Chris is gonna head out. So
I'm gonna start. I gotta do some schoolwork. So this quarantine life is terrible.
Yeah.
So I'll see everyone later.
See ya.
Peace.
All right. So another album that I listened to was the dvsn album, and I'm gonna be honest, I had no clue who they were before Friday, or who it is, or if they're a group, or if it's a single person, but I like that whole album a lot. It's I know Frank did listen to it. It's pretty much an R&B and soul album. That's what it says on Apple Music. And like Jesse Reyes is on it. That's probably the only person you might know from that.
Ty Dolla $ign too.
Yeah. Party Next Door's on it. Future's on it. But I don't have those saved. But yeah, no, it's really good. I for someone who I didn't know, having those features was kind of like a little eye-opening.
They're part of OVO, right?
Yeah, it's part of Drake's record label. But I don't know. I liked the song a lot. Flawless Do It Well Part 3, and the song before it. Which song was it? Keep It Going. Originally, I like Keep It Going a lot because it was like an upbeat type, like one of those like club remixes type thing. Like it makes you want to like shake your ass type shit. And then it got into like a more like soothing type. I don't know, like the transition was just really good. from those two songs. That's probably like my favorite part of the album. But then a lot of it's just kind of just relaxing, like R&B, kind of soul, and just I don't know, it just caught my attention. It's nothing really amazing. It's just something I'd listen to casually if I'm doing something. But yeah, that's all I really have on that.
Honestly, the first half of it was a lot of baby making music, to be honest. It made me want to text my ex a little bit. And I kind of like I guess you would say like electronic kind of production. Those like sprinkled through it kind of. Highlight of mine was Dangerous City with Ty Dolla $ign. I mean, he just always, for me, he always bodies feature vocals, especially as we saw on like Kids See Ghosts and all the Kanye projects from last or 2 summers ago now. But overall, I thought it was like a little basic at times, but the more I listen to it, it just kind of like sounds more and more like a typical R&B album. Like it's not something I would complain about someone putting on, but I wouldn't usually go out of my way to listen to this.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, I felt like it was more suited for me. I maybe like I know Frank's friend Mike would maybe like enjoy this album because I know he's into like the R&B type thing, but that was pretty much I know. And then we had Joji. Joji released 3 singles, not Friday, but like the day before, I think. Well, 2 of them. No, he released 1 single. 2 of them are out already, but he put it as a collective for 3 songs in his new album, and the 3 songs were "Gimme Love," "Run," and "Sanctuary." And first listen, I really liked "Gimme Love." It was a little different from his other music. It reminded me more of when he did like the Pink Eye stuff. But yeah, I really enjoyed "Run." "Run" was just something where like I can listen to at night, like before I sleep. Like one of the like songs where it's like it's a little catchy, but it also gets you like going. I don't know. I can't really talk on my words right now, so I'm gonna let Dan take over.
Run was actually like the one track out of the 3 that I really didn't like, to be honest. I don't know. It felt like a little messy to me. It didn't seem. I don't know. It definitely wasn't my cup of tea. But my favorite of the 3 was definitely Sanctuary. I guess now I'm a pretty big Dominic Fike fan, and the beat to it kind of had like a Dominic Fike vibe to it. Like I felt like it could have been a Dominic Fike song.
Did you guys listen to ballads? I know Dan listened to maybe a couple tracks. I don't know about you, Frank.
By Dominic Fike?
This is Joji, bro. We're on Joji right now.
Nah, I don't really listen to Joji too much. I listened to the last project he put out.
That's ballads.
Not that one.
That's his only album.
Slow Dancing in the Dark. It was cool.
That's ballads.
I don't know, man.
Yeah, no, it's very different from that. He went more in an experimental take on this one, well, at least from the 3 tracks that he released. And then, yeah, those were alright. Then some other music that was released was Kaleo released a single and Backbone, which is pretty good. Like it sounds like Kaleo-esque song. Jeremy Zucker, I don't even know how to say his name, released an album, pop album, and it's very experimental pop. It's very like lo-fi. Some of it reminds you of James Blake. It's a whole bunch of like different sounds, and a lot of it like some of it's like just raw cut where it's just him and a guitar and it's like him like singing. But it was I enjoyed it. It was fun to listen to. I know that's not their cup of tea too much, so I know this thing just watching from the sidelines. I know Frank's gonna be watching from the sidelines a lot today because he didn't do his homework. Shame on Frank. Bon Iver released a new single that I really liked. PDLIF. You guys don't listen to this either. It reminded me a lot of his 22 A Million album. He kind of brought back a lot of like the weird synths, and he did his falsetto again, and I don't know, it was just very soothing. And Still Woozy was probably my favorite single of like the weekend. in the beginning, someone put this on their story. It sounded like the Reese's Puffs like song. I don't know if you guys remember that.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, you listen to this. You listen to the beginning, right? You listen to So Woozy, right? Dan, the song.
Yeah, after you threatened me on your story. Is this your favorite song of the weekend? Because I got you 3 girl snaps.
Oh,
I'm cutting that. I'm cutting that.
Come on.
No, that was probably my favorite because it's very catchy. I can sing along to it, and it was very reminded me of like summer vibes. But that was pretty much it. And then I know Tiesto released a song that was pretty good with Becky Hill. They have a lot of songs together. Diplo released another song, which is another. It sounded like another like country type song, but like EDM with like an EDM take. It was very not my cup of tea, so I didn't enjoy it. But I'm sure someone out there does. But that was. Did I forget anything?
We talk about the Cardi single?
Cardi.
Oh my god! How could I forget? I'll let Frank take over on this one.
Listen, there's just so much shit that went down with Cardi. Like the past 48 hours, like it's actually insane. So I guess we'll start off with the single. What did you guys think of it? First of all,
I like the beat a lot, but I think Cardi's done a lot better stuff, I think.
What's the title of the song, Frank?
it's At Me or At Me, but
I thought it was meh.
Nah, I don't think he meant it like that. I think he's just saying At Me.
What? I thought it was meh.
That was meh. I'll be honest. I
thought that shit was gas.
first listen. I'm watching the music video that was produced by Virgil. Apparently, didn't really like the music video at all. It's just him in like a cave-like atmosphere. There's bitches with glitter on their tits. I don't know what's going on with that, but the song, baby voice Cardi to the max, and I wasn't really crazy about it. Gave it a couple more listens. I fell in love with the fucking song. It's fucking just, I don't even know how to describe it, but it's different. I will say that, and I think it's gonna be the flatbed freestyle of this album because at first people didn't really like flatbed that much. I think they're gonna come back to this one.
Frank loves flatbed freestyle.
I do.
Love flatbed freestyle.
I love that whole album. Dial It, I think, is a very underrated
Remember
album.
one day Frank was like, "Yo, my dreams to get head with flatbed freestyle in the background."
Never said that. Cut that one. We gotta talk about the Uzi Cardi apparent beef that's going on.
Yeah. People on Twitter were like, this is 9/11 for Slat Twitter.
I don't know. I think it's all a marketing scheme, honestly. There's no way they're beefing. They definitely have a project coming or something, 1629 or something, or a song at least on Whole Lot of Red.
Who else did that recently? Denzel and Kenny Beats. They fake beefed to like, and then they dropped an album like 2 hours later.
Yeah, they announced it literally 2 hours later, and Denzel was like swearing on his dead brother that he was gonna come fuck up Kenny Beats, and then tweeted out an announcement the next thing you know.
Yeah, that was unexpected. I remember Dan was sending me the live stream, and I was like, "What the fuck is going on?" And Denzel's like, "Yo, I swear, bro, I'm gonna come over." Yo, like, you don't know? He was off something that day. But I'm trying to think of other music. I don't know. Is that it for music?
I mean, Cardi might drop something on Monday. Apparently, I think it's Pain 1993 with Drake. That's gonna be huge.
Anything Drake's touching in the past like 3 years has been gold.
Over. It's over.
I think I saw that Ian shot the video for that too.
Yeah. He tweeted that it was going to come out Thursday night, Friday morning.
Yeah, I remember that.
He's the ultimate capper, that man. Ultimate capper.
Give me 1 second. I gotta shut my door. Be right back. So staying on music, I forgot I was wearing my Brockhampton shirt. It's my rainbow Brockhampton shirt, and there's a little backstory to this shirt. Frank, you might have heard this before, maybe not. So this shirt's actually like one of the reasons why me and Dan became friends. And I wore this shirt to class, and he like commented on it during class or something. I think that's what happened.
It was like on our way out.
No, but you said something during class, I think too. And then on the way out, like I tried talking to this girl. We're not gonna name who it is. And then we get outside, and this kid comes out of nowhere, like fucking the Kemi Mutombo, bro, and he's fucking swats my fucking chance out the fucking window.
Two things. One, I said it before we left the classroom, and then you followed me all the way down the stairs and all the way to my dorm, and then forced me to put my number in your phone, and that's why my name's wrong in your phone still. And you know that's true.
Once he took me away from that girl, I was like, you know what? I won't follow this kid. This kid's actually got a good point.
Okay.
That was probably the only kid in that class though that like I like saw myself talking to. He was also the only other kid who liked hockey in that like class.
Yeah,
So that's probably another reason.
It was either me, Rajveer, or whoever the fuck else was sitting around us then. And then two, my second point is that I probably did you a favor by not letting you talk to that girl because she swatted your shit when you were talking to her later on anyway.
Dan's not wrong. Dan's got a point.
Thank you.
Points are proven. But yeah, there's a little backstory on this shirt. I wore it and I was like, yeah, I'll tell the story when we record.
I actually have that same exact shirt.
Oh, I forgot you do. You got when Frank got the shirt, he like sent me him trying it on. Frank's like, yo, I don't know if I could wear this around here.
No, it fits different though. It's like mad baggy. I can't rock it.
Also, Staten Island's a little different, bro.
Staten Island stuck in like 2008, so it's okay.
The whole island of Staten Island should be canceled, bro. All they do is wear gold chains and get fades, bro. That's all they do.
I'm not gonna sit here and deny it.
I'm trying to think of something else. Oh, okay. So while I was editing the stuff, I said I'd talk about the Brockhampton. Perfect. Brockhampton again. Talk about the Brockhampton concerts.
Oh no.
So we're going chronological order. So I'll talk about the one with Frank first.
This was my first concert ever of like
really
in my life. Yeah, swear to God.
That must have been a horrible experience for your first concert. Jesus.
I actually thought it was good. I enjoyed it, despite the shit show that occurred, which we'll get to.
It was so fun, but oh my God, bro, we thought we'd see a murder.
Nah,
we thought
first of all, you're forgetting a big point.
Oh.
That me and Ant stood there for how long? 7 hours?
7 hours.
In the cold in November in New York City. And it's like 10 times colder in the city for some reason.
The wind tunnels, bro. No? Okay. So yeah, they waited in line for I don't know what. Who did I give a ride? I think I gave How to Ride and Chris afterwards. But what you forget though, I dropped you off early. I dropped you guys off early. I drove into the city twice that day. I was scheming. So they're waiting. I'm dropping them off. I leave. I got to pick up my other friends and bring them. And pretty much this is like a Friday night or Saturday night, something like that. And it's so much traffic. So like I was like, we knew we had to get there early. And at this point, this is after Iridescence, right?
Yep.
It was right after Iridescence, so like they're pretty much like made it already. Sold out show, Terminal 5. Terminal 5 is like one of the best venues in my opinion. And so they wait for hours. We get in, and we're like what? Maybe like
15 rows out, 10 rows out, something like that. We're
I
not
think
far.
we were like 10 rows out. Yeah.
Yeah, we're not far. We're also not like super close, but we have a pretty good like space in GA. And first off, like from my point of view, we got pushed together. Like everyone's trying to get in front, and like I remember waiting maybe like 1 hour standing there. All I heard was "take it or leave it" or something like that. It was whatever.
Oh no, yeah, it was a song in it was in one of the songs.
It's
That
all
shit.
you fucking heard,
Yeah.
bro. Like other songs, another concert, you hear like a fucking playlist going in the background. This one, all you heard was "take it or leave it." They said something. I forgot what it was, but
No, that was it. But honestly, I thought the vibe for that was sick. Like I felt like the anticipation just building.
yeah, the
up
anticipation was
everybody.
sick for that. That was cool for that. But like,
Yeah.
it started to piss me off towards the end because I was fucking tired. I was grumpy because there was a fucking knee up my ass the whole time. That's what pissed me off. There's a knee up my ass. I go behind. I'm like, yo, dude, can you like back off a little bit? He's like, yo, I got nowhere to go. I'm like, whatever, dude. Like, so I gotta fucking like try to squeeze my way out of that shit. But that was uncomfortable shit. And we're also the worst part is concerts in the winter fucking suck because you wanna wait outside and you gotta be like bundled up, warmed up. And then once you get inside, you're gonna be surrounded by people's fucking hot breath, and you
Sweating
just
your
get
ass off.
exactly. You get so fucking hot so quick. So we're all trying to figure out what we're gonna do, and like, I'm pretty sure I still have my hoodie on and like a jacket on, and I don't even remember if I ended up taking it off. But like, I was like, bro, I'm gonna fucking have a heat stroke waiting in this shit. So they don't have an opener. They go on. There's you. They have like a. They go on and Kevin comes out. I forgot what song he does. He does something off Iridescence, and where he's like,
Hold up.
"Hands up!" Oh, we have the set list.
No, I don't have this. I don't think I have the set list, but I remember the song that it was because it was. I fucking love that song.
He comes out, and it fucking.
Yo, he came out to wait, didn't he? Didn't he come out to wait?
I don't think so. I don't know, dog.
District.
Maybe District.
Hold up, I have the video on my phone. You're gonna hear the screams. So it sounds like a war zone. That was honestly one of the craziest shits I've ever seen in my entire
So
life.
pretty much, he comes out, and everyone starts like pushing and shit, and like you feel like the crowd swaying, and we're like, all right, like this isn't too bad. But then like you feel your fucking chest get fucking beat from behind, and you can barely fucking breathe. And I'm pretty sure at one point, Frank's like, yo, all right, you can go ahead.
Hold up, slow down. Keep going.
I'm pretty sure at one point Frank was like, "Yo, are you touching the ground?" And I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "Bro, I'm not
Bro,
touching."
I was like levitating. Like I'm like 5'8", bro. Like I'm like on the short side. So like, and mind you, it was like high school. Like the crowd was mostly high school, like girls. Like, so it was just wild.
For some reason, they were all fucking tall too. For
Yeah.
some reason, all the kids that are fucking tall are always at concerts. Always want to get the fucking front too. But
It's not loading.
He starts and you start swaying, and the first
It's gonna cut in and out. Hold up.
it's called buffering.
What the fuck up, man?
so I'm pretty sure, I don't know if it was halfway through the first song or if when he started the second song. The whole fucking middle section when we were standing, we all fall. Bro, literally everyone's on the floor. Like it's not just like our group, which is like 5 people or so. It's literally like 30, 40 of us, bro. Literally, it looked like fucking worms trying to get out, bro. It was horrible.
Nah, the only thing I could like relate it to was the actual war zone. There's people screaming. There's people crying. I turn around. I see Matt. He gives me this look of like pure fear, like I've never seen in my entire life in a man. Like, and we're just like, yo, we gotta get the fuck out of here. We go to the side, like the back area. There's people screaming, having anxiety attacks. screaming, crying. I've never seen anything like that at a fucking concert. And mind you, this is a fucking Brockhampton concert. Like,
It was
come
so
on.
bad, bro. The people were like sweating. You're like screaming, and then you hear people, "Let me out! Let me out! I can't breathe! I can't breathe!"
And then the one kid's like, "Let her out! Let her out!" Remember that?
Yeah, that was, bro.
That was like traumatizing.
It literally, like, the thing is, you saw the paramedics like go crazy afterwards on the sideline. They were like in a bag, like trying to help people out, but like there were so many people panicking. It was so bad.
Before that happened, Kevin was like, "We see a lot of people like being squished. We need everyone to like chill out," or something like along those lines.
But then once we fell, he was like, "Hands up!" And we're like, "Yo, Kevin, give us a second." I remember I putting my hands up, like, "Yo, wait, let me get up first."
That was bad.
I got the video. I think it's loaded. What song is this?
Yeah, I probably heard that song.
Oh, maybe it was Wait. Yeah, I think it was Wait.
It was Wait. It was.
Yeah, I think it was Wait.
But that was one of my favorite songs on the fucking album.
Yeah, that was.
That's a great song. That shit was nuts, though. That shit was crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm feeling defeated. Yeah, bro, that was nuts. That was, and I'm pretty sure I went again the second day, and I ended up getting Barricade the second. That was fun. Kevin Dillon took my phone, brought the phone on stage. That was fun.
Lucky bastard, bro.
Yeah, bro, the tickets were cheap the second day or the third day, whatever it was. They were like what? I think it was like $30-$40. They were cheaper than the first day, I'm pretty sure, or around the same. But
that was a good ass concert, though. That was like a really good concert.
Yeah, it was fun. It was fun. I didn't know that was your first concert. That's pretty.
Yeah. When they played what's that song? Boogie. When they played Boogie at the end.
Boogie was nuts.
That was crazy.
Boogie is
the
nuts.
shit I've ever seen.
Boogie was hard. So that was the first Brockhampton concert that I went to with Frank, and then I went to two more. I went to one in the city again for this Ginger, which was like, all right. I was kind of watching from the sides. It wasn't really going into mocks. I was like, I'm gonna enjoy this one. And then I went to Philly with Dan. So I'll let Dan take over from there.
Where do I even begin? I mean, we had early access, but we showed up basically like right as the show started, and we were there with Chris and our friend Matt Cap. So we get there first, and I mean, the openers it was 100 Gex and Slow Tie, and we got there and 100 Gex was already playing, and I swear to God, I thought this was like the worst music I've ever heard in my entire life.
Frank, have you ever heard of 100 Gex?
Who?
100 Gex?
Is he British?
No, Slow Tie is British, but I think 100
I
Gex.
heard of Slow Tie before, but no, I never heard of the other one.
100 Gex is pretty much like fucking experimental fucking rap, but not even just rap. It's like fucking, it's a guy and a girl.
It's so bizarre. Like I can't even describe it. There's just like sounds and like noises. It's not music. I don't know.
The worst part was they had a Christmas tree with no lights on stage, and then all they were wearing was like scarecrow. One of them was wearing a scarecrow outfit, and I forget what the
one
other
was wearing like a witch or something like that.
Bro, it was just bizarre. It was like, what the fuck are we watching? Like,
a lot of the people in there knew the words to their songs too.
Yeah. And the thing is, I still don't even think they have that big of a following, but I mean, I guess they do. But Philly's also weird.
Yeah, Philly is weird, and they probably have a bigger one now because Fantano loves them. Obviously, his influence on music culture nowadays. But I mean, I thought they made Slow Tie sound like Nas when he came on stage, just because like I was so sick of hearing that 100 Gex on stage. When Slow Tie came out, I thought he was like the second coming of Christ.
Well, Slow Tie had that one. He has like that one verse on the Ginger album, and I'm pretty sure he played that one verse for his set too.
Yeah,
which is pretty sick. And like, he did a Tyler song too. He did a.
Yeah, was it What's Good or
He did something, and I was like, all right, this is fun. Like this was like all right, but
yeah.
a little side story to that. I think it was during. So we get there kind of late, but we still had the early access. But we're kind of like all the way in the back towards the side by the bar, and we're like, you know what? Like it's four of us, and then like Matt's cousin and his girlfriend come. So we're like, you know what? Fuck it, we'll push in. We'll get to the front. We start pushing in during during slow tie when everyone's like jumping into the moshes and stuff. And then at one point, we just lose Chris. Like we all lose each other, I'm pretty sure. But then I find Matt, and then I find Dan, and like we're all together, and like we cannot find Chris. So we're like trying to look around while slow tie's going on, and his set ends, and we're like, all right, now we gotta find Chris. Bro, it was miserable trying to find Chris. And like I was like, yo, if I ever get lost, I'm gonna throw my fucking flannel up. And like I just tried holding up my arm, and I just remember I could not see where Chris was. Like he
I
was.
think it took us like 15 minutes to find him.
It was so bad. We found him right before Brockhampton came out too. He was so lucky. It was literally like 5 minutes right before Brockhampton came out. We found him. That was bad though.
Tell me about how you were seeing stars.
Yeah, the thing is, like, I didn't even wait for that concert. Like, we just got there and we got right into it. For some reason, like, I don't know if I was dehydrated or what it was, but like, at one point, I don't know. It was when they were on the couch and they brought people up. I remember this vividly.
We were trying to get you up there real bad. But also because Kevin was like, "Who's the gayest motherfucker out here?" And we were all pointing towards you. But also, we knew you needed a rest because you were about to collapse, like right in the middle of the.
Dude, it was. I don't know what happened to me that day. I was just like, yo, I was just looking up and I'm like, yo, my legs are giving out. I was like, I can barely breathe. The thing is, I had more space in this concert than other concerts, so I was like, yeah, I should be fine. But I think what song came on that I like heard it and I was like, yo, fuck this shit, let's go. I was like, I went until like I literally could not even fathom to like even stand anymore. It was so bad.
That might have been Boogie.
It might have been Boogie because
it was later on in the show. I remember.
Yeah, it was like towards the last 5 songs. I was like swaying. I was like closing my eyes. I was like trying to just stand still. It was bad.
You were so thankful when Sugar came on because everyone was just relaxing and no one was getting fucked up.
Yeah, bro. I don't know, something about those fucking moshes. Is I don't even know how to explain it. And I'm pretty sure we tried going up every mosh. I don't even think we actually moshed that well.
I remember Matt Cap and I went in.
Yeah, you guys went
a couple
in
times, or maybe once or twice. I forget what song it was for, but I mean, I think we lost you and Chris when we got in there.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, we all just like reconvened somehow, like maybe like 3 or 4 songs later.
Yeah. Oh my god! I remember my shoe came untied too at one point.
Oh yeah. The security guard had your back though.
Yeah, bro. Thank God for that guy, because like if it wasn't for him, my shoe would have been untied the whole concert.
That was clutch, actually. He was huge too. He was just standing there.
The thing is, he did not give a fuck who you were. He was pushing you regardless, like girl or fucking guy. He was like, "Yo, fuck, get the fuck out of my way."
That's what I imagine. Too. Yeah, that's what I imagine Shaq in the paint was like.
Speaking about Shaq, this reminds me of a story from Seton Hall.
Frank? Oh no, we're not talking. No, not yet. Not talking about that yet. No, bro, you really bringing up stuff that like isn't like the abyss of my mind, bro. Like I swear.
We'll talk about that for another day. But Shaq took up a lot of our jokes my first semester in college with Frank. That was a fun time.
What else? I'm trying to think of anything else that we can talk about today. So what have you guys been up to this past week?
Quarantine life, bro.
Pain. Absolutely nothing.
Yeah, bro.
That's
Sucks.
it.
Yeah.
What have I been up to?
What you been watching?
I actually haven't been watching a lot. I watched a Love Wedding Repeat thing the other day. That was kind of funny. I laughed a little bit. It was not bad. But I kind of burned myself out with Netflix. Like the week before, all I was watching was like Netflix series.
Didn't you grind Ozark last week?
Oh my god, dude! I grinded in like less than 24 hours. It was bad.
I don't think that's healthy, bro.
I couldn't sleep though. I couldn't sleep without watching it all.
Is your sleep schedule still messed up?
I go to sleep around like 4 and I wake up around like 11.
Jesus Christ.
It was definitely worse though.
No, yeah, it was definitely a lot worse. But I mean, I can live with this. I can live with it being like that. I get up, try to work out, then I get distracted, then I do homework, then I actually work out, then I usually get on PlayStation.
I feel like I never hear you ever talk about homework or school or anything.
Because I try to do it in the morning, but
Guess that's smart. I procrastinated till the last possible minute I can do it.
yeah, because at night I know I never want to do it, so I always try to get it done during the day.
Yeah.
But
what else?
I'm still looking to buy a bass guitar. This guy offered me.
Oh yeah, I thought you were gonna pull the trigger on that.
Well, I tried to. This guy was like 600 cash. Come pick it up in Queens, New York, and I was like, all right. It's like, all right, look, I gotta convince my mom to do this.
Right now, like during the quarantine shit.
Yeah. He was on Reverb. It was used, but the thing is, like, the guitar is worth like $1,000, and he was like, look, 600 cash. You come pick it up, and then I'll waive like any other fee. I was like, all right, that's a really good deal. So I was like, now time to convince my mom to do this, because I was like, how the fuck am I gonna show up with a bass guitar? And like my mom's gonna be like, how the fuck you get that? So
I came in the mail.
So I gotta tell her, I was like, yeah, like, look, like this guy's giving me a really good deal on a bass guitar. Like, can I go pick it up? And she was like, how much? And I was like, and she was like, why? It's used. And I showed her a picture. She's like, you're gonna get corona from this. I'm like, look, man, like he said he's gonna sanitize it and put it in a bag, and we're not even gonna like, he's gonna put it outside his door and I'll come pick it up. I check it the other day and he's like, oh, it's sold already. And I was like, fuck off, man. I was pissed off because I was like, look, I really wanted it, but now I'm in search for another one, trying to either buy it online or try to pick it up, or I don't know. But I feel like now's the time to pull the trigger on something like that, because we have so much time. But then some days I'm just like, the days go by so quick.
They really do.
Yeah.
And every day feels the same. It's like,
Yeah,
fuck.
they all blend together.
It feels like every time we go to sleep, it's like a quick nap, and we're back to the same shit.
For real.
Yeah.
But anything on sports you guys heard about? Sports have been kind of dead.
Nothing happening.
Yeah.
Like, at all.
I know me and Dan listen to the Spin Chicklets podcast.
Yeah.
We've been talking about that one, but
Rumored NHL start date. They're rumored to try to get back together in June. I don't know if they're going to finish the regular season or not, but they're talking about doing the playoffs through August to try to award a Stanley Cup champion this year.
My personal opinion on it, which I heard there's like rumors about this, they all do it at one venue. And
Yeah.
I'm down for the one venue thing, because like
I just want to see him play.
Exactly.
I really don't care.
No fans. Like, I'd rather just have something to watch. Like, the only thing I look forward to on TV right now is the show The Challenge. That's on every Wednesday, 10 o'clock, 1 hour and a half. If you ever want to watch it with me.
Pass.
Yeah, hard
That's
pass.
That's the only thing I have to look forward to on TV. I don't think I watch cable for any other reason. It's either for that show and sports. Pretty much it.
Especially with the Stanley Cup playoffs being probably the most exciting sporting event in the world, in my opinion.
And Frank still can't get into it.
I just can't get into it, man. I'm going to try when it comes back, though, honestly. I will.
Bro, you're going to have no other option. You're going to be bored out of your mind.
I know.
You're going to have to watch something.
I feel like that could be the first sport that comes back, though, hockey, out of everything else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think soccer's going to come back in like June, too.
The thing is, soccer with Europe, like,
well, not definitely not the Italian league. Probably just the Premier League, and they won't start the Champions League until like next season.
Yeah, I think the Champions League's on for this year. But you see, now my question is with everything like that, with like even NBA and NHL, teams that bought rentals that are on these one like contracts, like
Yeah, I don't really know how that's gonna work.
exactly like will you get those assets back? Like, will you get like half those assets back? Assets back that you traded for like someone you got? I don't know. It's all pretty fucked. And the only thing I can think of with like a shortened season is pretty much a lockout.
The one like question I had, like if say the NHL playoffs goes over the summer, like how would it work with people who would have been free agents on like July 1st? Like are they like why would they want to play? Honestly.
Yeah, because they want to stay healthy and get that paycheck.
Yeah. It's like if you say you had like a really good regular season, I mean there's really nothing you can gain from playing in the playoffs.
Yeah.
I mean,
but a lot of those guys are playing for like the Stanley Cup is like everything to them. But like, of course, you're gonna get those guys that are chasing the money.
I feel like in the NBA there will be a lot of people who wouldn't play, but in the NHL there'd definitely be more people who would play, regardless.
Yeah, it's also a lot more money going around.
Yeah, I mean, I should have played basketball growing up if I knew there was that kind of money in it.
I would play baseball. Yeah,
baseball.
Yeah.
Minor leagues get paid more than some NHL players.
It's fucked up.
It's crazy.
It is what it is.
It is what it is.
So, anything else you guys want to talk about? No? You deadbeat on this?
I mean, I'm in the stock market now just to pass the time.
Yeah, we're gonna end this.
I mean, I don't really have much to say anyway. It's just I'm losing money. It's not good, but
yeah,
it is what it is.
You would make fun of my friends for betting.
Well, I mean, you were betting. You and Matt Cap that one day were pure degenerates.
That was exhilarating.
And you lost all that money.
Yeah, that was bad. Yeah, it's whatever though. You know, money comes and goes. Definitely goes a lot more than it comes, but
when you're betting on second period, Washington Capitals over in goals.
Bro, Tampa Bay should have won that game.
I thought you bet on the Wild.
No, that was Chris, I think. That was Chris the Wild. And I had Tampa in the third to like tie it and go into overtime. Bro, how can you bet against like Stamkos and Kucherov?
I remember that. They had a couple power plays too, didn't they?
Yeah. And I told Matt to put in the bet before the power play, and he didn't put it in because the odds were higher. But even though I lost, whatever. But I was just like, fuck this. But yeah, I think that's all. Frank, anything to say?
I think we got it all. Yeah.
All right. Well, I think this is gonna wrap it up for episode number 1/2. Still trying to figure that out, but this is the end of this episode on April 18th, 2020. And yeah, I guess we'll catch you guys later.
Peace.
Be good.
See ya. Hold up, I gotta end it first. What? Just end right there. Yo, Frank, you kind of look like Winnie the Pooh with that shit on.
Appreciate it.